Hey, what's going on? This Unapologetic Gamer, and I'm back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Madden 23 beta. I was able to play it all week, and I played a whole bunch of games. And this time, instead of playing the CPU like I told y'all in the last video, I was going to be playing some ranked. They had it closed for some reason, or the matchmaking system wouldn't match you up with any other players, so they got that fixed. So I was able to play all week, and I was able to play some ranked on the weekend. And I'm gonna be talking about the passing game and the running game. I'm gonna be talking about the passing game and the running game, and I might mention some other aspects of the game like the pass rush here and there, but I'm not really gonna go too deep into it. But it's all interchangeable, though. You talk about the passing game, you're going to have to talk about the DBs and blah, blah, blah. So first things first, I want to talk about speed. I want to talk about speed because that's one thing that I noticed. Not so much the speed of the game, but really the speed that the receivers are running compared to the DBs. Like, I ain't really get bombed, man. I'm going to be honest. I really ain't get bombed over the top. Dudes are taking checkdowns or they getting sacked a lot. Dudes throwing a lot of picks, including myself. A lot of picks, man, because it's like a shock to the system almost. Like, you so used to playing one way and you got to play a whole nother way. You're going to have to run the ball, take your checkdowns, take your hitch routes, take your comeback routes, and then try to beat a guy over the top. You know what I mean? If you get enough time, but you always got to have some of those curl routes, hitch routes, crossers. Crossers, you can still use crossers, but the DBs just play that a lot better. They catch in traffic a lot better. There's a lot more aggressive catching out there now. Like I played against the Chargers a bunch of times, man, and Vincent Jackson, they got big body receivers. And not Vincent Jackson, what's his name? Keenan Allen. I think that's his name, Keenan Allen. He caught a lot of aggressive catches on me, jumping up over the top. And it looked clean, too. When they go up and catch it, it looked clean, man. The ball, I don't know what it is. The ball has a lot more zip on it. And it might not even have a lot more zip on it. It might be just the DBs aren't just... The DBs... I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, man. The DBs, the player movement... Like I said, speed is not everything. So you're not getting to point A to point B with just speed. The momentum, if you running the other way and you turning the other way, like there's like a slowdown effect. You know what I mean? So you don't have to use turbo all the time, or you might want to hold off the turbo all the time because turbo going the other way with all the momentum, then when you're trying to cut back the other way, like when you get out of position, you out of position. There's no running one way user and then going the other way. You can do it if you're not holding turbo, if that makes sense. Size matters as well, man. Size matters as well. For the first time in a while, you get a little DB on like a big tight end. He's going to go up and catch the ball. And he mess around and come down because you try to intercept it or block it, or you try to tackle him. He mess around and come down and run after the catch. That happened to me with Keenan Allen. He went up and I had, I think, Avonte Maddox on him instead of D. Slay. And he jumped up, caught the ball, came down with it, and there was some contact, and he kept his balance, man. One thing I noticed while running the ball, shoestring tackles, the shoestring tackles that you would get, they took this out the game. And you could still make shoestring tackles, but they made it look a little bit more realistic. There's like you tackle him around the waist, and then you miss the waist, and you get him around, and you curl up the bottom of his leg and kind of turn. Like more so what I noticed when the player's diving to try to get the shoestring tackles from last season, the running back actually starts to stumble and slows down, but he stumbles like he's about to trip and fall, but a lot of times he keeps his balance. He keeps his balance a lot of time. I'm loving that right there, man, because I hated that, man. You'll have a clear, and then I understand that some person's diving and they kind of trip you up a little bit, but to like get those shoestring tackles diving 10 yards used to be crazy, man. I'm happy they kind of fixed that, because that right there was OP. I used it a lot, like all of us did, but if we can admit, that was OP. And me, I don't like when I do commentary, it's just right off the top, man. Like I like to just ramble. I don't like to prepare or anything like that. Like I like to just give you my honest, raw opinion of something right off the top of my head. So I might forget some stuff, but you know, like I said, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. So yeah, the running backs running feels much better. Like when you're running up the middle, you're not bouncing around like a pinball like you used to. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's just hard to explain. They really, really did a good job, man, with the game compared to last year. They improved a lot. They improved so much. Quarterback speed, you can still run with the quarterback without escape artists. But it's not speed. Remember, I was telling you, it's more so quickness, and it's more so making moves. That's where you're going to get your quarterback runs from, that's what escaping is all about. When you look at Michael Vick, he's more so using his quickness, Lamar Jackson, to make guys miss, and then when he gets in the open, he used the speed burst. You know what I mean? And that's another thing y'all gonna notice when you're running. Lay off the speed, man. Lay off the turbo so you can make clean cuts. That's what that 360 cutting system is about. Let me tell y'all, I could never do this in 22 with Jalen Hurts. I did a read option with Jalen Hurts. That defensive end that was supposed to contain me, I made him miss with that 360 cut. And I made two other guys miss. I took it 55 yards for the touchdown. I said, yo, that got me so excited, man, and he didn't fumble. Like he didn't fumble. I stiff armed the guy. It's like I think this Madden is going to have a much higher skill gap than previous Maddens. That doesn't mean it's perfect. But the things that they changed and what people was doing to us last year in ranked mode and whatever mode you play, head-to-head mode, what they was doing was should never be in a football game. So, like, I played against Kyler Murray and I played against Lamar Jackson, and I have no issue. Now, Lamar Jackson did run it 60 yards for a touchdown on me. But it wasn't speed. The guy was actually had some stick. Like he actually used stick to make me miss. And then, Lamar Jackson got that quick cut juke that he has. And he got me with that one time, man. But it was clean. Like I was damn near, I was excited to see that. I was like, oh, like, you know what I mean? To see that, how he did it. You know what I mean? It was the same way kind of like I did with Jalen Hurts. Kyler Murray was bagged. Like he turned into a pocket quarterback. I had my quarterback contains on. Like now, there's going to be some people that know how to escape more, but that's because they stick work is a lot more. It's not that you just catching a ball and sprinting towards the sideline and throwing corner routes. No, like they cleaned the game up, and I love that, man. The graphics look good as always. They have a lot. They had it 3,500 more animations, and like a couple people said, people are saying the game is too animation based. It's not that it's too much animations. They don't have enough, so the right animation doesn't trigger. That's what physics is all about. What you think? How do you think in any physics based game that you can think of, how do you think they're getting the animations? It's just they have so many animations that trigger. You can have more outcomes when you playing. Madden only had a couple tackles. They only had a couple outcomes. Now, you're going to see some of the animations, but they're triggering when they're supposed to trigger. It looks smooth. It looks natural. That's all. The tackle battles. You don't get a lot, but I like the tackle battles. You got to be ready to mash that X button, man, or you're going to lose. Like, I like that. I haven't played against any Derrick Henry or any of that yet. But the game feels smooth. Let me tell you, the Chargers is going to be the team that they're going to be the team that you're going to be pissed off when you play them. With Khalil Mack and Bosa on the end, with them X Factor DBs and look, you're going to be pissed off. I think I lost to the Chargers like 4 or 5 times. I only beat them once. The Chargers they're probably the best team in the game. And Justin Herbert can run. It was a guy that was running on me. He was doing read option with Justin Herbert, and he was good at it. It wasn't like he was cheesing. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't get cheese. Like, my record is, I think, 17-6, and I didn't get cheese any of those games. I don't know how they did it, man. I don't know what they did, because it's the same engine. Like I said, they added a lot more animations. They have some of the same animations from last year, but I'm seeing more of the newer animations, more the way the game plays. I love that. Like, you're going to have to put drives together. I had a guy, he was playing with Tom Brady, and he was just taking what I gave him, curl routes, out routes. Like, he was like a real drive. You know what I mean? Like, I made a few catches with Dallas Goedert on little DBs. I would throw it up in the middle, and click-on just feels great. Click-ons feel way more responsive. It was last in Madden 22, that's one of my big complaints. You could never click on. You would click on, and they wouldn't let you click on until, like, soon, right as the ball's getting to the receiver, and by then it's too late. The click on just excellent, man. So you can click on with your receiver. I clicked on a few times. Like, if your receiver has position and you throw it to him, sometimes the CPU doesn't. If you just let the CPU catch it, he doesn't use the body positioning the correct way. So a lot of times you have to click on to stay in front of the DB to, like, kind of post them up, like, you know what I mean? It's always been like that. But for some reason, last in Madden 22, me personally, and I know a lot of other people complain too, you rarely could click on. And on defense is responsive as well, man. Good DBs are good DBs. Especially like Diggs and D. Slay. We didn't have James Bradbury on the team yet, so I was playing with Maddox. Oh man, like I'm telling you, man, I don't even want to play Madden 22. That's not much fun. I can't wait till the full game come out. I just hope that they don't cave to the community, but it seems like they're not, and the reason why I say that is because they want to go away from. They heard the complaints, and it seems like they want to make it a little bit more realistic and have a skill gap. That's why they added a lot of these things. I got a lot better with that precision passing, the free-form passing. I love that so much. Yeah, I was doing lead passing and precision passing and all that type of stuff in last man, but it gives you a lot more because with the settings. You can put infinite, whereas though you can lead them so much so that you can throw it away without pressing the throw away button. You just lead him. You just lead him far away from the DB, and because you're going to have to get rid of the ball. And a lot of times you can't throw it away while you're in the pocket. So you throw it to a receiver away from the DB, so far away that it's out of both of their reach. You know, you see dudes do that in real life. You also can do fade routes. I haven't hit one yet. Somebody did it to me. They did a fade route. You get a kind of good animation. I threw a strike to Dallas Goedert between two DBs, and oh man, it was in the back of the end zone. I was, man, like I can't wait to the real game come out, man. I honestly can. I had so much fun playing it. I'm loving it. That don't mean it's perfect, but when I play this game, the Madden 23, and I play Madden 22, it's clear which one is better. It's clear which one is better. A lot of people that only depended on speed, a lot of people that only depended on playing MUT, they not gonna like Rags, or people that only depended on escape artists and those different things, they might not like it. They might not like it. So those are a lot of people that you're going to say they Madden 22 better. A lot of the current gen people is not going to like it, but they don't have to worry about it because a lot of the features that's in the beta is only on next gen. So y'all can keep playing the current gen if y'all want. But a lot of people that I know that on YouTube, they was current gen players, and they go and they play the beta, they not going to like it. All those days of just zipping around the field is over. Just get, you know what I mean? Drive down the field. Now, you can still do one-play bombs, but it's not a lot of it. Position matters. Position matters. Momentum matters. Meaning, you don't have to be the fastest guy to make somebody miss. Football's all about making guys miss. Quickness. More than speed. Quickness matter more than speed. You know what makes Tyreek Hill different? Because Tyreek Hill was quick. He's quick. It's not just fast. If you watch him, he's quick. He's making decisions. He out of there. He not just running straight lines down the field. You know what I mean? Like some fast guys. That's why you got guys that's fast and they're not as good in the NFL, because they don't have that quickness. They don't have that the aggressiveness, the catching, the athleticism. Like Tyreek Hill is that dude because, like, they call him a cheetah. He's quick. He's quick. He making cuts and bursts, and he using guys' momentum against him. He knows how to do that very well. I can do that now. And guys can do that now. The game is going in the right direction. And what it's about is not about curing every problem in the game in Madden 23. That's not what it's about. What it's about is it's about making the game better and changing the direction and the foundation that the game is going in. That's what it's about. Is this game better than Madden 22? A lot better than Madden 22. Is there still some things wrong in the game? Yes, there's still some things that can be fixed in the game. Perfect example, blocking is still not as good. You know what I mean by blocking? I'm talking about not in the pocket, because you only get 3 seconds. Even Tom Brady, you see they got the ball out in 2 seconds. 3 seconds. That's all you get. You're not standing back there 7 seconds looking for a guy. That's not what it is. So I don't care about the blocking. What I'm talking about is blocking down the field. When you're running the ball, or a lot of times the offensive players, you'll see some people walking in the middle of the play. That's still there. Like the alertness of who to block. Like, for instance, a lot of times they'll run past a guy right in front of them to go get somebody else. And I think that's what they have to improve on, is blocking. Maybe they can put some type of detection where they try to block the nearest guy. Like, I understand certain linemen have different abilities where they got to get to the next level and all that type of stuff, but you can't run away from the guy in front of you just to block someone that's on the next level, because that's the assignment. And that's something that they fix, but you have to have a foundation, and you have to keep that foundation so you can continue to build. You know what I mean? You can't build a second floor or the roof. You can't build a roof without a foundation. You can't build a second floor you without the foundation in the house, man. You got to start somewhere. And in Madden 23, they rebuilt the foundation on realistic football decisions. You have to make drives now. Are they going to be one-play touchdowns? Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing. This is not a game where just because they don't got escape artists, you can't get killed in the passing game. If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what plays to call, when to call them, what adjustments to make, if you don't have multiple looks, if you just running the same look and you don't have multiple looks, you're going to get killed. Like, I just like the direction. They single-handedly changed the direction and the foundation of Madden with this game right here. I don't know if I missed talking about something, but in the next video that I do, I'll talk more about the defense. I mentioned some things in the defense in this video, but that's only to compare to what was going on the offensive side. But I'll talk about defense, tackling, interceptions, animations, tackle battles, all that type of stuff in the next video. But if you're new to the channel, hit that sub button. Hit the like if you like the video, and if you dislike the video but you just respect the time that I put into coming to tell you what's in the game, still hit that like button and sub button. I got a lot of Madden commentary videos coming as I play the beta. We got the beta till June 20th, so we're going to see a lot of things. But until next time, man, I'll talk to y'all later.